good one.
Honey, I'm home.
So here is the Dinosaurs, and I figured I would do this because this was a TGIF show, which means thank goodness it's Friday. So I figured this would be a perfect show to do for this, and this is the pilot episode of the Dinosaurs. This, of course, came out in 1991, and it was part of that wonderful TGIF lineup. I believe Family Matters was in there, Step by Step, and the Dinosaur Show. And I don't remember the order, but it was close enough. So I figure I will give this a try. So I will review this right after this wonderful message from Ronco.
Hey, this Christmas party is getting a little too quiet. I think it's time we liven it up with my favorite Christmas gift, Mr. Microphone.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you set the dial on your FM radio and testing.
These kids are having a fabulous time with Mr. Microphone, the cordless microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio. There are no attaching wires, so you're free to move around. Broadcast over any FM car radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
You can broadcast in mono or with a stereo radio as a stereo.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsing. And you can too. It's practical and great fun for the whole family. And for only $12.88, they really make great Christmas gifts.
Christmas gift at Walgreens, Woolworth, Wilco, Osco, Venture, Weebles, Montgomery Ward.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that wonderful commercial of a nice hunk of junk. So there is more junk from Ronco. I do love how Ron Popeil's voice is in it, and I do love that little styrofoam microphone as well. I really got to look up reviews on these products because I'm sure that they did not last long. You might be able to find them in thrift stores. The problem is they're probably in pieces. So getting back to Dinosaurs. So this, again, was part of the TGIF lineup. And I did actually enjoy this show. I actually enjoyed Friday nights and watching the TGIF lineup. I enjoyed Family Matters and Step by Step, and then they threw this dinosaur show in there, which made me even more excited. I just don't remember the actual date that it aired. I want to say this was a one of those midway shows where it appeared in January or something. So this, of course, is the story here from what I actually read because as a kid I didn't care. They were dinosaurs, they were Muppets. So yeah, that's all I needed. But apparently they live in houses now. They carry their lunchboxes to work. They don't eat each other anymore. So I guess they are more civilized, apparently. So Earl Sinclair is a tree pusher who, of course, works for his boss, Mr. Richfield. And Mr. Richfield's voice, of course, is Sherman Helmsley. We know him from the Jeffersons. So he has that very distinct voice, so you would know it. And Earl Sinclair is Stuart Pankin, who was, of course, in Hollywood Nights and Arachnophobia. And Sally Struthers is, I forgot her name. Oh, Charlene Sinclair. And yes, it is the very ugly and wide Sally Struthers, who does look like an aircraft carrier, but not in this show. Charlene is actually quite trim. So anyway, so we don't have to see Sally Struthers, so that's a good thing. So this, of course, was directed by Michael Jacobs, who Yes, I did get the name right. I almost said Brandon Jacobs, who was a football player. But Michael Jacobs, of course, did Girl Meets World and Boy Meets World as well. So he obviously has been around the TGIF lineup. So he did, of course, Boy Meets World a couple of years after the show aired. So then Fran Sinclair is Jessica Walter. I really don't know what she voiced. We also have the voice of Elmo in here somewhere. I gotta get his. Oh, there we go. Kevin Clash. So he is the voice of the baby Sinclair. And Robbie Sinclair is Jason Willinger, who doesn't even have a picture on IMDb. So these are pretty much the voices of the show. So the pilot episode is pretty much Earl telling the baby Sinclair exactly how he was born. I'm sure Earl wanted to use the egg as an omelet. So it was a nice, pretty pink egg. So he just tells the baby the story. So now I will just show the first clip, and we get to see their wonderful news broadcast. Uh, I wonder if it's as inaccurate as ours. Well, let's find out in just a second.
3 times the size of Earth is heading towards us in a collision course that will result in the extinction of all life on this planet.
Well, here is DNN. So he says that there's going to be a giant asteroid going to hit the planet, and it's going to um, pretty much bring extinction to all of Earth. And then he says, "This just in, it is not." So, of course, he changed his mind right when Earl was pretty much kind of zoning out. So, I'm not actually going too far ahead. So, we get to meet the baby in just a second. So, he's already causing pain for his wonderful father. So, I will show that clip in just a second.
I'm sorry.
Give me that back.
Story.
No story.
Story.
No story.
Story.
No story. Give me that back. Once upon a time, dinosaurs didn't have families. Didn't have families. They lived in the woods and ate their children, and it was a golden age.
So here is the wonderful pink baby. So he is obviously hitting his father with the remote. He wants a story. So Earl tells him the story of now that dinosaurs pretty much get married. They do not eat their children anymore. And he called that the golden age. So now in the next clip here, we get to see Earl's arguing with his teenage daughter, of course, voiced by um, Sally Struthers. So we get to see what they do about preparing meals. Now they do have frozen dinners. So we will see if they have Stofers or crap cuisine or what's the other one? Oh yes, Hungry Man made with several toxins. So let's see what he gets. I will show that clip in just a second.
You can have a frozen dinner, Earl. We've got a frozen dinner right here.
Hey, frozen dinner. Oh, that's great. I come home to a frozen dinner on the day of all days. Obviously, you forget what the day is, friend.
It's paycheck day.
Paycheck day. The day I get my check, and it says how much I made.
Well, so this is the wonderful frozen dinner here. So it's not as bad as some of the stuff that I mentioned. This is an actual, I guess, dinosaur. Then it's just in an ice cube. And obviously, she puts it in a pot to just warm it up so it would thaw it out. So, while this is going on, so afterwards, Fran is wanting new pots. And let's just say Earl has a different idea. So let's see what that is. I'm sure what he wants is something very, very practical. So let's just see. I will show you that in the next clip.
Oh, pots and pans to cook your dinner with. Dinner for you? Gee, I don't know where my apology should begin.
It's unbelievable that I should actually want to spend my money on something for me. Something I no longer feel I can be without it.
What's that?
A 90-inch television set.
Earl Sneed Sinclair.
So obviously, Earl wants a 90-inch TV. So obviously, this does not go over well with Fran. She calls him by his full name. And then, of course, he says that his type of dinosaur is king of the dinosaurs. And she says, no, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. She dated one in high school. So poor Earl here just just kind of gets yeah, he this is not going his way at all. So we do meet Robbie at some point. He is, in my opinion, one of the lamest characters in here. He, of course, just passes by his report card, and of course, it's not any good. I guess this is just the typical teenage male um, type of thing in these shows. Eddie Winslow, of course, struggled with grades and family matters, and now Robbie does as well in the Dinosaur Show, and of course we have to mention Eric Matthews in Boy Meets World. So I guess this is just a typical theme. So now I will show the dinosaurs at work, and we get to see Earl pushing over a tree, and we also get to meet his friend Roy. And the clip after, we get to meet his really interesting boss, Mr. Richfield, who, yes, does look scary, sounds scary, and he is your typical supervisor, and he's also very, very cheap. So I will show that clip in just a second.
To do always the one where I have to spend all my money on nothing I get. Why does my life have to be?
Well, now, isn't this the choice you made, Polly boy? Getting married?
So there he is, pushing down trees, limiting the air supply. No wonder why the dinosaurs became extinct. They're worse than we are. So this is him talking to his friend Roy. They're both afraid of Mr. Richfield, except Earl is actually going to go in his office, and how he fits through the door, I don't know. So now I will show that clip of him and Mr. Richfield talking in just a second.
Ow! Oh, God. Why aren't you out there knocking down trees? You're right. I should be. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. Thank you. I have a family, Mr. Richfield. I can't afford to get my wife a present, and I can't afford to buy my children the things that I'd like to.
Well, here is his boss pretty much giving him the business. So he asks for a raise, and obviously his boss might be going through some PMS here. So he obviously gets cranky. Obviously, Earl ends up somewhat quitting his job. And now he's going to go home thinking he just has two kids to worry about. Well, let's see what surprise Fran has for him. I'm sure it won't be a big deal. So I'll show that clip in just a second.
About my day.
Francis, nothing that happened in your little day has any impact on how I'm going to live the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah?
That better be breakfast.
Well, obviously, this is a big problem. So there's a nice little egg there. And of course, what Earl says is that better be breakfast. So, yes, that is a huge egg. And obviously, this is definitely going to affect him. Um, boy, a third kid, and he is having just a heck of a time with two. So, so now there's three, and let's see how well behaved this baby is. We already saw him hit the father with a remote. Let's see if his behavior gets any better. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Dinosaurs used to live in the forest a long time ago.
Me.
And how we came out of the forest to get married and have families.
Am I in the story yet?
Well, I went back to the forest to see if we were right.
I'm gonna bite you now.
Well, this baby here, obviously, he did not behave himself. He just bites Earl right on the head. So, yes, this is the baby again who everybody seemed to love on this show. So now we get to see the baby now being born. He gets to be hatched out of that wonderful big egg. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So this is the baby. Obviously, he just hatched, and now he is pretty much introducing himself to the rest of the wonderful family. So the Obviously, everybody is sort of amazed at it, and I'm sure they're asking themselves why it's pink. So, obviously, I will show the final clip, and of course, the baby is going to have his famous words that everybody repeated in school. So, I will show the final clip in just a second.
Baby, this is your daddy.
Hi, I'm the baby, brand new, just out. Gotta love me. Come on, gotta love me. Daddy.
So, this is the. So, this is the final clip here. So, of course, he says, I'm the baby, you gotta love me. That is the famous line from this show. And everybody did, in course, of course, like the baby the best, at least when I went to school. So, this is the dinosaur show. And like I said, this only lasted for about uh, 2.5 years, I would say. And one of the reasons why the show did not last is because it was so expensive. This, of course, was done by the um, Henson Puppet Creations, I think, and I think that's what it's called. So it does have a little loving memory of Jim Henson at the beginning of the DVD, and of course, Brian Henson was in charge of the puppets. He was also the puppeteer of the grandma. So very entertaining show. I do recommend it. I would probably give this about a B minus to B range. Um, Adults can like this. My parents did not, but this is definitely a show that you can have your kids watch with you. I'm sure I'm sure some older adults definitely remember it. I'm sure they still like it. I don't really remember too many people really hating on this show, unless they were in their 40s and grumpy parents that mainly liked Matlock and L.A. Law. So, and definitely check this show out. There's no capes and lasers, but very entertaining. So, please comment below. Subscribe if you want, and thank you very much for watching.